We are going on a bear hunt. Jeffrey lived in the woods with his wife, two small sons, and a daughter. They had a dog too. Jeffrey saw a big bear eating from their honey pot outside the house. The family was upset. The family made their living by collecting and selling honey. The family decided to hunt the bear down to protect their livelihood. They made a map to hunt the bear. Next morning, they started on a bear hunt. To begin with the hunt, they saw the tall, wild grass. They crossed the grass, swish, 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 and then they reached the bank of the river. Now they had to cross the river. They crossed the river. Splash, splish, splash, splish, splash, splish. After crossing the river, they saw a big puddle of mud. They crossed the mud. Squelch, 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 squatch, squelch, squatch. While crossing the mud, their clothes were all dirty. And then they reached the den. They heard strange noises of different birds and animals in the dense forest. They were all scared, but kept their cool and crossed the dense forest. Trip, trip, trip. They saw dark clouds approaching them. Dark, swirling, whirling storm. It started to snow. The family was desperate for a shelter. They started crossing the storm. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Swirling, whirling storm. And finally, they were happy to see the mouth of a cave. The family ran towards the mouth of the cave. Dark, gloomy cave. They went tiptoe, 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 and they saw the bear's paws at the entrance. They followed the paws and went inside the cave. It was dark and gloomy. Jeffrey lit a matchstick and they all saw the wild brown bear staring at them. Two bright, shining eyes, two furry ears, one bright nose. They were all very scared. Jeffrey shouted, "Let's go back!" They ran back into the snow. Ooh, 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 ooh. After leaving the snow behind, they ran into the forest. Stumble, trip, stumble, trip, stumble, trip. The mud was oozy and very thick by now. Squelch, 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 squelch. They crossed the cold river with difficulty. Splash, 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 splash. They ran through the tall wet grass. Swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy. And finally, The family reached home safely. In the morning, they erected a fence around the house for protection from the bear and other wild animals. Now, the family felt safe and they lived happily ever after.